hear that bell? That means that a drawbridge is about to go up. Welcome to the beach report, people. Somebody wants to. So this afternoon we are in Pompano Beach, and I thought that I was at Hillsborough Lighthouse yesterday, but it wasn't. It was the day before, maybe yesterday I think it was. Maybe it was the day before. I don't know. This week is kind of flown, but you can see the famous Hillsborough Lighthouse right behind me. Waiting for my audience to build up. I'll show you this beautiful, beautiful area. Got the mansion. Hey, Darla. Hi, Jasmine. Darla beat you to it today. Oh, earpiece. I know. All right, can you hear me now? Give me a sound check. Sound check, please. I didn't say anything important. Can you hear me now, though? I was just welcoming everybody to the beach report. Let them know that today we're in Pompano Beach at the famous Hillsborough Lighthouse. Wow, the divers are here. Beautiful Hillsborough Lighthouse. All right, you can hear me now? Is it still muffled? Yeah, Darla, exactly. How you doing, Darla? She has glaucoma and starting of cataracts. Oh my goodness. What does that mean when you have glaucoma? I've heard of it, but I don't really know what it is. Oh, I'm sorry your eyes are hurting you. Sounds like an inflammation problem, Darla. You might want to try fasting. Look, you can see the bridge is up, so that boat can go underneath. Yes, we are, Jasmine. Thank you, True Engagement. Good old Pompano Beach, Hillsborough Beach. Like right over here is Pompano. This is Pompano Beach. And over there, it's Hillsborough Beach. And it sounds like the bridge is about to go back down. You guys ever seen a drawbridge before? We have them everywhere. Here in Florida, a drawbridge is part of life. High pressure in the eyes. I may need drops in my eyes the rest of my life. See the specialist on the 30th. Oh, Darla. Yeah, your eyes are pretty important. We'll pray for you, girlfriend. And the bridge goes down. This is a popular fishing spot right here. And need new glasses. Sorry to hear that, Darla. Okay, well, who wants to talk about fasting? Okay, you guys. It's been 7 days since I had a lot of food. The last meal that I ate was my friend Joyce's chili. It was awesome, and I pigged out on it. In fact, I pigged out on it so much I was like, hey, I don't want to eat anymore. So I stopped eating for a week. Where's Haulover Canal Venture? And I gotta say, okay, so I'm gonna be 60 in November, and I just fasted for a full week, and I feel amazing. I think my skin looks really good. I didn't have any headaches. I didn't have any, I had one bad day. Day 3, I had a bad couple of hours where I felt kind of nauseous, just didn't feel well. So I just laid down and I took it easy. But it's now day 7. I broke my fast with some black olives, just like a handful of black olives. I don't want to eat any more than that handful, because I noticed they do have 2.5 carbs. And I think my superpower is not eating. And I think it is actually a superpower. I think they scare us into thinking that if we don't eat for a long time, we will die. That's not true. And if you do it right, and you make sure that you do have electrolytes, and you keep yourself hydrated, and you keep yourself in the right mood, and you don't overdo any exercise or anything. Oh, Jasmine, you've never seen a drawbridge, huh? Now you have. Anyway, if you do it right, I think you can go for more than 7 days without eating. I chose 7 days because, well, I actually didn't choose 7 days. I chose to eat that I would eat when I felt like I wanted to eat. And there's Bobby. Okay, let's say a prayer. Thank you, Jasmine. Heavenly Father, we lift up those who are hurting. Grant them your healing power, restore their strength, and bringing peace to their minds and bodies. Guide the hands of the caregivers. Amen. Beautiful. I only say shout outs to people who are members Waterboy, so maybe next time. Anyway, I've spent the past 7 days kind of just living on God. I didn't do this fast. Well, okay, I wouldn't say I didn't do it to lose weight. I have gained some weight since I was up north, and it was with some bad eating I was doing the past few weeks before this. I mean, you go up north, it's cold, eating crappy food, driving in the car. I was doing a lot of snacking, and actually the past few months since I lost my dog, I also kind of went off the rails, and a little depression maybe. I don't know. I don't really know what depression is. I'm not good at depression, but I did feel very sad. And I'm missing my dog, and my husband's death, and it was his 3-year anniversary. So it's a lot, and I just felt like I needed to kind of take a spiritual break. A break from food, a break from just from that routine. And it did me a world of good. You're right, Jasmine. My dog and my husband are definitely together. And that does give me a lot of peace. And yes, they'll meet Lily too. So if you have been concerned about fasting, you think it sounds kind of crazy, and you're right, Venture, you should make time for yourself before anyone else or anything else. That is so true. It's so true. Because when you feel good, you are better equipped to be good for others. And right now, since I don't have my dog and I don't have my husband, and I am feeling a little alone in the world, but I have you guys for sure. My kids are grown up. They don't need me to take care of them. So I've just kind of been grappling with this whole life change I've been going through, and I'm going to be 60 in a month, and wait, it is October, yeah. Yep, just about a month before I hit the big 6-0. Anyway, I want to walk into my birthday party at the end of November, and I want to feel like the best version of myself. So that's why I fasted. And here's something that's crazy about fasting. When you talk about fasting with other people, you're going to get two different reactions. They're going to be those people who love what you're doing and they want to know all about it. And then there are those people who are literally going to tear you apart. They are so angry, I don't understand why, or they are scared crapless that you're gonna die. By the way, I did have my blood pressure taken this afternoon, and it's perfect. And this is my idea of a perfect day. Are you a bot? I have to ask because I'm not talking about that. So I don't know why you're just asking about what's my idea of a perfect day. I do want to know when I have bots on my shows so that I can get rid of them. Anyway, Darla didn't eat until dinner yesterday. You feel so good. And you know what? Here's the best part. If you don't eat dinner, go to sleep. Don't eat dinner, go to sleep, wake up, and see if you still want to eat. I've learned that hunger, it's so transitory. I mean, I knew this already, and I was able to do a 7-day fast because I've been practicing for a long time now. I intermittent fast a lot. I do a lot of 2-day fasts, 3-day fasts, but this is the longest fast I've ever done. And I'm like ready to do it again. I know I shouldn't. I know it's not good to, do this a lot of times, but I'm ready to do it again. Oh, thank you, AJ. That was very nice of you. So I am Jill. I would fast, but with my medication, I cannot lose any weight because then I cannot have my medication anymore. And yeah, fasting is definitely not good if you're on meds. I'm not on any meds. I am healthy. I don't have any health problems, but I don't want any health problems. So I thought that fasting is something that would, kind of shore me up, make me feel super strong. And I feel super strong. I do. I feel like I can do anything now. It's a great confidence booster. It also makes me feel like from now on, I'm going to want to eat healthy foods. I'm not going to want to eat things that are processed or sugar or, just, I'm going to stick to basics. Aw, AJ, you're too sweet. But this is not a dating show and I am not looking for a boyfriend, so sorry. Fasting reboots the system, Ian knows, and it really does. And I also think that autophagy, so this is the craziest thing. Autophagy was not even like, what do we call it? Invented? It wasn't invented. It wasn't discovered until like this Japanese scientist. Hi, my friends always call me when I'm on my show. Can you guys hear me and see me now? Thank you, David. Thank you. Yes, it's too soon to fast again. All right, give me a sound check, please. Hi, Princess. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me know. I want to talk, but then I'm like, oh, and you're broke and you're sending me money, AJ. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. Hey, Joe Mama. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Laura. Don't talk about sex on my show, please. But I appreciate it, okay? But don't talk about sex. Anyway, so autophagy. Okay, so autophagy wasn't even really discovered until 2017, and this Japanese scientist, he got a Nobel Prize for discovering the fact that when you fast, when you don't eat, your body eats itself. That is the literal definition of autophagy. Autophagy, A-U-T-O-P-H-A-G-Y, autophagy. Gives the body a nudge to do those repairs as it believes a famine is about to hit. Exactly, Ian. Hi, James. Laura, I broke my fast. I ate a handful of black olives. That was my fast breaking food. I thought I was going to break my fast with bone broth, but I just, I saw the olives and I was like, I want olives. So I ate olives. Just a handful, not a lot. When you break a fast after 7 days, you have to be super careful. You cannot eat a lot at one time. You have to do it on increments. So I had my handful of olives and I'm good. That was like an hour ago. Yeah, drinking bones. Bones are good to drink. Lots of collagen. So I will drink my bone broth later, but for now, I just really had the hankering for the olives. I ate the olives. But anyway, so autophagy means to eat oneself, right? Which means it's like your body is so amazing. I mean, all of the vitamins and stuff, and all these doctors trying to tell you how to be healthy. Ian, I'm fasting for my health and fasting for my well-being. I'm fasting to get closer to the Lord. Although somebody mentioned, like, so the people who get angry when you fast. Okay, so this one person is like, you should never brag when you fast. And I have heard that. So, all right, I'll give you, that's fair to say that. But I'm not bragging. I'm educating. Because when I'm fasting, or I want to know what I'm doing, you know, because it is kind of a delicate procedure and you do have to be really careful and you do have to be educated. So if the Lord doesn't want you to talk about your fast, then how is anyone going to know how to do it? I don't know. It just seems kind of crazy. But I want to talk about it because I want to know. And so I can tell you guys how it feels because I realize that I have done something that most humans will never ever do. And that feels pretty special. 7 days, no food. Without being in a concentration camp or something, or, you know, being forced to starve. And it's not starving when you do it on purpose. Bubba doesn't like my hat. It's my shark hat. And you know what? I'm going to show you how it works, Bubba. Oh, Spirit already showed him how. Into the water with the sharks. David, yes, the human body is so amazing. The only parts of our bodies they can't repair is our teeth. And David, I don't think that's true either. I believe that you can remineralize your teeth. And as God is my witness, I'm going to find out about that too, because I got this tooth to replace and a couple of back here. Anyway, yes, I believe that you can regrow your teeth. You can remineralize your teeth. I think every single thing in your body is repairable. But for some reason, we seem to think that we need help. We need doctors. We need special supplements. We need special food. Exactly, Spirit. And I don't think any of that is true. I think that living without all of those things, including the doctors, is maybe preferable. I don't know about you. I was raised by a doctor. Okay, my dad was a doctor. He was a plastic surgeon. So, yeah, he destroyed my body. He did liposuction on me 3 times before I was in my 20s. And, you know, I thought it was great back then. I was a teenager with an eating disorder. And I thought taking the fat cells out was the answer. But guess what? It's the worst. I've never heard of the energy enhancement system, David. I don't know what that is. But I've energy enhanced myself. So, but anyway, yeah, I had liposuction done 3 times. That's the only plastic surgery I've ever had done. And it was a mistake.
and I greatly regret it because I have since learned that when you take the fat cells out, they will never grow back. But all the other fat cells have to take up for them, and they will get much bigger. In fact, all the fat cells in the other parts of your body, like your butt and your arms and wherever else, those fat cells will take up for the ones that aren't in your stomach anymore. So, yeah, my stomach doesn't really stick out ever, but yeah, we know what's going on. So, yeah, be nice, Pinder. Thank you, but keep your comments clean there. We gotta watch out. Anyway, it's been a delightful journey the past 7 days. I feel like I've learned a lot about myself and other people, and it's so interesting. You know, the people who get so concerned about your eating habits. It's like, why do you care? I don't need to come to the Bahamas, Pinder. I live in Florida. It's just as good here. Hey Vicky, Jill and I agree with everything that you're talking about because I'm the same way and finished my fast last week and I feel great. Yay, Vicky! Vicky, I'm so glad you're here. Back me up, girl. Thank you, Pinder. I love my teeth. I love them so much. They're not doing that well though. I lost already this one and some in the back because I'm a grinder. So, and that's another thing. If you're young and you grind your teeth, if your dentist tells you that you grind your teeth, and my dentist did tell me this, but he didn't follow up with get a mouth guard. Get a mouth guard. It's the best thing you can do. Don't destroy your teeth. I apparently at night I'm clenching and grinding away and I've really hurt myself. So you're right, Vicky, God is great. And when you do a fast for 7 days, or really any amount of time, you do feel like you're closer to the Lord. Jasmine's changing the subject. Do you think Lily is with me still? Oh, Jasmine, I know she's with you still. I know she is. So Jasmine's asking this question because she lost her best friend recently. And, you know, and I lost my husband and my little dog. And I have to say, it hurts like the dickens. But here's the thing. They are waiting for you on the other side. And Jasmine, you already know that. Like you just said that Muffin and Ray are together. So, and I'll bet Lily's with them too. If we tell them go meet Muffin and Ray, if we tell Lily go meet Muffin and Ray, I'm sure she'll do it. I don't know. I feel like they're all connected up there in heaven. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't swim here, Myers. This is an inlet. I will not. I know, Vicky, that's the hardest thing about breaking a fast is you don't know what to eat. It's scary because you're like, I don't know what to do now. I don't want to eat anything. And thank you, Vicky. Thank you for your condolences. I really appreciate it. Hi, Caraway. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. Are you Bahamas? Oh, I don't know that. Donna knows everybody. But anyway, Lily is with you, Jasmine. I'm sure she is. And the thing about people who passed away, like my husband Ray, he leaves me signals and signs all the time. And I don't know if you and Lily ever talked about that, but there are a lot of common signs that our loved ones will show us to let us know that they're with us. And oh no, really? Spirit, what the? Oh, by the way, Dennis loves you. He's like, Spirit, she's the best. We're not talking about sex on my show, okay? So no. Anyway, she will show you ways. So some of the ways that our people who passed on will show us that they're still with us is feathers. And you'll just like find a feather somewhere and you can ask them for signs. You can say, leave me a sign or tell me, you know, I need to know if you're here. And they will always tell you. Sometimes it's something on the radio. I remember one time my husband, I was driving through the Everglades, which was my husband's specialty. He was actually an animal wrangler and he lived and worked with the Seminole Indians for 20 years and the Everglades was his place. So I'm driving through the Everglades and I just started crying and I was like, Ray, I just need a sign from you right now. I don't know what to do. I just really miss you. And I turn on the radio and right away, this, I don't know the song, it was a Christian song, and it said that I am with you all the time and I am always watching you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And that was so something that Ray would say. So Jasmine found a feather today. Did I not just answer your prayers? I'm so sorry about the trolls, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's embarrassing. It's literally embarrassing. Thank you, Darla. Anyway, yeah, I do feel comfort, actually. I have so many good friends, and I have you guys, and I feel like God is with me all the time, and like I said, Ray is with me all the time. You will see these signs, Jasmine. Just ask for them. Yeah, ban them, and look for them. Because sometimes it's more about you being observant. You know, I mean, maybe you missed the signs, but now don't miss the signs. So what is it? Butterflies, feathers, and rainbows. And rainbows are especially major for me because my husband's name was Ray, so R-E-Y, so I call them R-E-Y rainbows. And I see them all the time, and that's like such a sign that Ray is with me. Also the birds too, because my husband was a falconer, so he could catch birds out of the sky. So that's another way that I always know that I'm glad you're here, Palladino. I'm always glad that my husband is with me because I see the birds, and I just know that I wonder sometimes, is Ray a bird? Is he on the bird? Is he flying on the bird? Or what's up with that? But anyway, I just know that he's with me. He gives me so many signs, and I feel like I'm never alone. I'm never alone. But sometimes it's good to be alone. Vicky's a widow of 28 years, and she always gets a sign. I know, right, Vicky? It's like, they say till death do you part. But no, you don't part with death. I don't feel like that. I feel like I am as close to Ray as I'm ever gonna be, but I'm still close to him. And he's still my husband, and I'm still wearing my ring, and I'm still married, and I don't date, and I'm not looking for anybody else. Are you the same, Vicky? The thought of getting married again, or even dating, or even kissing another man is like, oh, not doing that. Not interested. Sorry guys, but I'm still in love with my husband, and unfortunately for me, we had a very short time together before he passed away. We dated for like 4 years, and we were only married for 11 months when he died. So I feel like I need a lot more time with Ray, and I have it. Anyway, do you guys have any more questions about fasting? Yeah, same, Vicky, same. I'm so glad you're here, Vicky, to back me up on this. And Darla feels the same too. Yeah, she's also a widow. So widows unite. It's hard to be a widow. People are pretty mean to us. I don't know why widows get treated so badly, but we often do. Thank you, Joe. Anyway, I am currently heading up north, not really up north, but I'm going to go see my sister, and we're going to a barrier island, a Florida barrier island called Hutchinson Island, which is one of my very most favorite places in the whole world. So, God willing, we'll be doing a sunrise show tomorrow because my little sister gets up super early, and when she does that, it inspires me too. I'm not meeting any strangers, Armando, sorry. We're here. Hi, I'm on the beach report. Oh yeah, no, I'm not coming up north. Although, I am thinking about coming up for right before Christmas because my BFF from high school is getting married in Pittsburgh, so yeah. Delma, the only one for what? Tell me what you thought you were the only one about. Inquiring minds want to know. Hear that bell? That means that the bridge is about to go up. Wanna watch? Oh, widow. Delma, there's so many of us widows. And I'm so glad you're here on the Beach Report. Please subscribe and consider joining my members group. We widows have to stick together. And it is very helpful, I think, to talk to other women who have lost their husbands, and men too. You know, there are men who are widowers on my show as well. And we do all commiserate, and it is a kind of a phenomenon. There are some people who date again, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you know, especially if you're younger, if you were married a very short time, and or oh, I don't know, you know, whatever, do what you want. Do it. I'm not saying anybody should do anything. I know I love the beach too, Delma. That's why it's the Beach Report. Oh, Russell lost his wife 17 years ago to pancreatic cancer. She's still with me. So you widows and widowers here today, would you agree that it's not till death do us part? It's just not. It's a forever thing. And when you get married, and you're married for the right reasons, and you really love them. I mean, I've been divorced too, and when my ex-husband dies, believe me, I'm not caring. I don't care. I hope he's not around me. All right, Vicki, I'm glad you're here. Like and subscribe, please. Delma, 34 years. Wow. But yeah, I had a bad marriage, and then I had a good marriage. And unfortunately, my good marriage was so much shorter than my bad marriage. But like I said, it's not death till us part. It is forever is forever, exactly. And I'm married. I'm married to my husband. I love him. I can't physically be with him, but in my body and soul, I'm still with him. So Delma gets it. I'm glad you guys are on today. It's so interesting. And then we've got dear Jasmine, who just lost her best friend. Just teenagers, you guys. Jasmine, I can't even with your loss. It's very difficult to imagine. I never lost a young friend or anybody young in my life that really affected me like that. So I understand your questions, and I know that you're hurting, and I know you think about Lily a lot. And I've told you before that it's now kind of up to you to live for Lily. You know, you get to do all the things Lily will never get to do, but she'll be with you in spirit, and you are going to find those feathers, and you're going to see those rainbows, and the birds are going to let you know that she's with you. And little things will tell you. Signs every day, right, Delma? We widows and widowers, we see our signs every day, and it doesn't matter. I'm going on. I just hit my 3-year mark with Ray, and it seems like the signs just, there's more and more all the time. And like Delma said, you just get better at noticing them, and you know when he's there, and you know, it's magical. It really is magical. Darla too, yeah. Death is not the end, you guys. And you know, that's another thing that I learned from my husband's death. While he was dying, he was seeing people like his mom and his dad and his grandparents and his sister, people who had passed away before him, both of his sisters actually. And he taught me that when you die, you can't take anything with you. You can't take your car, you can't take your clothes, you can't take anything, but you do get to take your friends. You do get to take your relationships, and you will see those people again. So it's good. It's not a bad thing. That's another reason why I fast. It's because I think about the fact, you know, all of these material things around us, and you walk in the grocery store, and there's just aisles and aisles of this food that I don't want to eat because poison, and it's, you know, in brightly colored boxes, and screaming out at me, oh, eat this, oh, it's so yum. And it's not. It's not. Most of it's chemicals. Everything in the middle of the grocery store, you know, they make it that way. Like, it's just all crap. You have to be so careful when you go in the grocery store. The food is awful. It's just awful. So, hi, MVPA. We are currently in Pompano Beach, Florida. We are at Hillsborough Inlet with the famous Hillsborough Lighthouse, which is so beautiful. And it's another gorgeous beach day. This guy's gonna catch a fish, or not. We don't put up with any stupid remarks on this show, so take your stupidness elsewhere. The cover of the Rolling Stone starts out, you know, did you know I used to work for Rolling Stone magazine? Did I ever tell you guys that? Yeah, it's nothing glamorous. I was a proofreader of Rolling Stone magazine. I used to work in what they called the dungeon. That's where all the editors work and all the grunts work, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. They showed magnets sticking to meat, and yikes, and watermelon being like rubber. Yep, I know, Anthony. Yep, food's not good. And that's another reason why I fast. I would rather eat nothing than eat garbage, poison. So, any questions about fasting, throw them at me. Like I said, when I'm fasting, I want to know everything. So I'm constantly, yeah, you know why magnets? I think it has something to do with, I don't know, do they have metals in it or something? I don't know. You have to be super careful where your food comes from. I don't even want to eat in restaurants, because if I'm not preparing the food, then how do I know that it's clean, that it's, you know, cooked right, or that it didn't fall on the floor? You don't know. So I think that fasting is kind of the holy grail, and I highly recommend it. Even if you just do 24 hours, which is so easy. That's like eat lunch and then don't eat again until the next day and eat lunch again. The benefits to your body are amazing. Russell says this past May would have been 60 years of our vows. Wow, I still talk and feel her around me. I know, Russell. It's amazing. They really do stay with us. When you have true love, you have true love. I don't really see getting more than one true love in my life. So I got Ray. I remember when he was dying, and we would talk about it, and because he knew, and I don't know if I asked him if he would haunt me forever or if he said he would, but I thought about it. I was kind of like, and now I'm like, yay, haunt me forever. So the magnet thing was on the news, really? Yeah, that's right, Don. It wasn't mainstream news, Anthony. I don't know, but I heard they're putting RNA into our meat. Or mRNA, you know, from the jab. Yeah, they sure wanted us to take those jabs pretty badly, didn't they? I wonder why. I didn't do it. I like to do things naturally. All right, well, we're going to look that up, Anthony. That's very interesting. All right, you guys. I just wanted to check in and let you know that I finished my 7-day fast. I did have my blood pressure taken, and it's perfect. I feel amazing. Don't I look good? I mean, do I look like someone who's starving and dying? You know, that's the other thing. People are so concerned. Oh, you're fasting, you're not eating, your organs are going to shut down. Like, really? Thank you, Tito. Guess what? If my organs were shutting down, I think I'd know it. I will, Anthony, definitely. All of you too, Kathy. It's been a wild week, and I feel very strong and capable of not having to eat. And yeah, I know what they say about don't talk about it. The Lord says don't brag, but I don't think I'm bragging. I think I'm educating. So if you have if you've gotten any worth out of this video, if you have any questions, put them in the comments after the show, because they won't show up now. Yes, water runs your organs, exactly. I'd be happy to answer anything that I can. However, I have to say, the thing about fasting is that it's so individual. I agree, Ro. God bless Trump. Okay, but anyway, the thing about fasting is that it's very individual. So what works for me might not work for you. And I've heard a lot of people say they get headaches or they feel nauseous. And there are reasons for that, like you don't have enough electrolytes. There's always a physical reason. The most important thing when you fast is that you listen to your body. Joe, this is why I wear this hat. This is my shark hat for all the trolls. When the trolls come on, we feed them to the shark, so I'm the head shark. Hi, Bridges. So anyway, I think fasting is a wonderful thing. I think it's very healthy. I think your body needs to rest from digestion, and I think that it's kind of a scam that you've been told your whole life that if you don't eat for 7 days, your organs will shut down and you will die. That is not true. I'm living proof. See, I did it. Do I look like I'm dying? Do I look like I'm sick? Do I look like my organs are shutting down? No, I do not. How's it going, Christian? Head shark. Yeah, maybe I'll make one. Actually, speaking of making t-shirts, I'm going to visit my friend Rhett Palmer tomorrow. I'm going to be on his show, The Rhett Palmer Show. He's the voice of Vero Beach, so that'll be great. I love to do interviews with Rhett. I've never been to his studio before, though, so this will be a first for me. I usually do my interviews with him on the phone. So I will let you guys know when that's going to happen. Well, that's supposed to happen at like 9 o'clock in the morning, or I'm going there at 9 o'clock in the morning. But I'll keep you updated. You know I will. And what else? What else is going on? A lot of stuff going on. And my birthday party. I've been planning my birthday party today, which will be in Fort Lauderdale. So if you're able to show up. You remember Rhett, Darla? Oh yeah, you do. So I know what I have to talk about. Okay, so I just published a book for someone else, which is a first for me, and now makes me a publishing house. My company, JillBooks.com. Do your thing, Darla. JillBooks.com. Check it out. And it's very important that you do check it out, because the book that I published for one of my well, I wouldn't say he's my friend because I had never met him before, but like 2 years ago I met this guy because somebody said to him, he said he wanted to write a book, and someone said you should go talk to her. So he came and talked to me. And he went through horrific child abuse as a kid, and he's had a rough life, a really rough life. But he has made the most of himself, and he became a police officer and did not let his horrible past as an abused child ruin his future. Unfortunately, there are some ways in which it ruined his future, and health-wise, he's not doing well. So our friend Joshua Daniel Hayes is he just had surgery. He had to have a whole shoulder replacement, and it's a lot, but he cannot support his family. So that was the reason why I helped him to publish his book, his first book, because he already did his second book, but we haven't published it yet. His first book's still standing. And it's $30. That includes the shipping. And his book is crucial. We have to help him to support his family and also support support his dream of becoming an author, which he is now, but also becoming a speaker. So if you would please check out JillBooks.com and look at Joshua's book, and of course my 2 books. But right now, I'm really concerned about Joshua. And I didn't charge him anything to publish his book. I did it pro bono as a way to help him. Because I felt like I want to publish other people's books, and I'm just starting out. So it just seemed to work, and God told me do this. So I did it. And I think that the people who buy his book, then I can buy him books, and then he can sell books, and he can also make money. So that's how we're doing it. And become a speaker, because when you have a book, it gives you credibility to become a speaker. So please check out my website, JillBooks.com, and take a look at Josh's book. And I did it pro bono. It's free. And consider buying it. Consider buying a copy so that we can help Joshua support his family. He's in the hospital right now. Or he might have just got out. I don't know. But he's hurting. He's going through a lot. So, but he's a very, very good writer. I think he is like going to be somebody to watch for sure. Anyway, please check that out. I'd really appreciate it. And Josh would appreciate it too. All right, you guys. Well, take a look at the Intercoastal here and the lighthouse. Hey, Marcel. Yes, I am natural, and this is not AI, and there's nothing unnatural about this video, although I stepped in gum, and that's also natural, but not wanted. I'm okay. Anyway, here's the Pompano Beach water taxi. And you know, I always like to give you a little bit of history. And the Hillsborough Inlet Light Station is very old. In 1901, the U.S. Congress approved funding for a light near Hillsborough Point to fill a 90-mile void between the town of Jupiter and the Cape of Florida. Manufactured in Detroit, Michigan, and reassembled at the Hillsborough Inlet in 1906, the 142-foot tall skeletal structure has 175 stairs leading to its 9-foot diameter Fresnel lens. Yeah, didn't the Long Beach Islands lighthouse had a Fresnel lens too? Now we're learning about that. Originally lit by kerosene and rotated on 400 pounds of mercury powered by a weight wound by hand crank every 4 hours. Operation began on March 7th, 1907. The 3-acre site included 3 homes, 3 barns, oil house, boathouse, walks, and wharf. By the 1920s, electricity powered the light. Following several major hurricanes, a protective breakwater was constructed. During World War II, the light was darkened when it served as a U.S. Coast Guard station, and it remains today under their administration. Mechanical failure in the early 1990s led to a temporary beacon replacing the Fresnel lens and removal of the mercury. Hillsborough Lighthouse Preservation Society was formed in 1997 to preserve the original lens, which was revitalized with a ball-bearing system in August of 2000. Visible for 28 nautical miles, the beam of Big Diamond, that's what it's called, it's one of the most powerful in the world. Wow, that's amazing, and they call it Big Diamond. Yeah, right, Anthony. Pretty cool, huh? I love history. I'm going to do a lot more history shows, by the way. We all need more history in our lives, because when you hear about history, about what happened, you learn from it. Now we're going to learn about someone named Hybel Castleberry Jr. He died in 2019. He was born in 1923, and they called him Mr. Lighthouse around here. The legacy of Hybel Castleberry Jr. shall always live in the light of Pompano Beach. Aw, thank you, Matthew. I'm going to give you some more history then. Hib, as he was known, was born in Chicago in 1923. He and his family moved to Winter Park, Florida in 1925. And old Hib grew up in Lake Maitland, Florida, and attended the Darrow School in Mount Lebanon, New York, the Bull School in Jacksonville, Florida, and Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois. Boy, he got around with his schools. On December 7th, 1942, oh, that's an auspicious date, Hib enlisted in the U.S. Coast Guard as an apprentice seaman to serve in World War II. He served on the USS Peterson destroyer escort, spending time in the Mediterranean and the North Atlantic. Yeah, I think TWC might be a bot. Hib served on the... Hib would always be remembered, or Hib would always remember their confrontations with the German U-boats. After returning from the war, he began his life as a family man, joined Christ Church, and followed a career in architecture, planning, and construction. After relocating his family to Fort Lauderdale in 1965, the year I was born, and you too, Darla, he worked for the former architectural department of the city of Fort Lauderdale, and he retired at the age of 72. Hib then dedicated the rest of his life to historic preservation with an emphasis on the lighthouses in this area. His efforts were instrumental winning the Hillsborough Lighthouse's designation as a Natural Historic Landmark. He also established the Hillsborough Lighthouse Preservation Society in 1977. And he has been missed ever since he passed away in 2019. It's interesting, it's such a little inlet. All right, you guys. Well, that's it for today's, or not today. I will be back. I will be back later. I would like to do a sunset show, if I can. If I make it by sunset, because it's getting kind of late. We'll see. Anyway, always stay tuned to the Beach Report. I take you guys to see beautiful places, beautiful sunsets, and have a beautiful life. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you on the next Beach Report. Ciao for now.